The Church Exorcism. There is a line between life and death, where human understanding ends and fear begins. This is the story of an 8-year-old girl, Maya, whose life changed in a way no one could ever explain. At first, everything was normal. Maya was a happy child. She laughed, played, and filled the house with life. But then, something changed. It started with silence. She stopped talking, stopped smiling. Then she began whispering to herself, and soon she was speaking in languages no one had ever heard before. At night, she would disappear from her bed, and she was found walking on the ceiling. Her parents thought it was a medical problem. They took her to doctors, ran tests, gave her medication. But nothing worked. And then one night, Maya looked at her father and said just one sentence. "This isn't me!" And then she screamed. A scream so loud, it shook the entire house. Her eyes turned white. Her voice changed. It no longer sounded like her. Days passed, but things only got worse. Maya was no longer in control. Sometimes she laughed, sometimes she cried, and sometimes she just stared at the wall for hours, as if she was looking at something no one else could see. Finally, her father made a decision. They had to try something else. Someone told them that in cases like this, only faith could help. A church, St. Jude's Church. But when they told Maya, everything changed. She went completely still. Then slowly, she looked at them and said, "Not there." Her voice was deeper now, darker, as if something else was speaking through her. That night, the house felt different. Doors slammed shut on their own, lights flickered. The air felt heavy. From Maya's room came sounds, laughter, screaming, and whispers that made no sense. Her father tried to open the door, but it wouldn't move, as if something was holding it shut from inside. The next morning, they made their final decision. They were taking her to the church, but when they tried to carry her, her body became impossibly heavy. 4 grown men struggled just to hold her, and she kept repeating over and over again, "I won't let him go inside." The journey to the church felt wrong. Dark clouds covered the sky. The air turned cold. And the closer they got, the worse Maya became. When they reached St. Jude's Church, the doors opened on their own, as if something was waiting for them. The moment Maya stepped inside, she screamed. A scream that echoed through the entire church. Candles began to flicker, then went out, one by one. The walls trembled, the air grew heavy. The priest stepped forward, holding a cross, beginning his prayer. But the moment he spoke, Maya's body started shaking violently. And then, that voice returned. "You cannot remove me!" This time, it wasn't just her voice. It echoed through the entire church. The priest raised the holy water and continued the prayer. As soon as the water touched her skin, smoke rose. Maya screamed again. The lights went out. Darkness took over. And in that darkness, the priest shouted, "Leave her! Set this child free!" And then, a violent force hit the room. Maya collapsed, and from her mouth, a black shadow emerged, like living smoke. It twisted through the air and disappeared into the walls of the church. Silence. Maya lay unconscious, but her face was finally peaceful, as if she was free. The priest looked at her and whispered, "It's not over. It is only left." After that day, Maya recovered. She became normal again, but something never felt right. At night, she would wake up and stare at the wall as if she was watching something that wasn't supposed to be there. And sometimes she would whisper, "It's still here." The priest had warned them. Some things never truly leave. They only wait for the next moment, for the next chance. And somewhere in the darkness, that shadow still exists, watching, waiting, and maybe even now,